Question 1. Coverage D. Loss of use. Which of the following scenarios would typically be covered under coverage D? Loss of use in a Michigan homeowner's insurance policy. A. The insured's home is damaged in a flood, forcing them to temporarily rent another residence. B. The insured's home becomes uninhabitable due to fire damage and they must stay in a hotel until repairs are completed. C. The insured is renovating their kitchen and voluntarily decides to stay in a rental property during the construction period. D. The insured's home is inaccessible due to a government order during a local state of emergency, even though no physical damage occurred to the property. Answer B. Explanation. Coverage D. Loss of use provides reimbursement for additional living expenses when the insured's home becomes uninhabitable due to a covered peril, such as fire, flood damage. Option A is typically excluded from homeowners insurance and requires separate flood insurance. Voluntary displacement during renovations. Option C is not covered as it is not due to an insured loss, a government order without direct damage to the property. Option D may be covered under some policies, but usually involves complex circumstances or special endorsements. Question 2. Scenario-based question. Claim settlement. Ms. Thompson's home in Michigan was partially damaged by a windstorm, a covered peril under her HOTHRI policy. Her roof and a portion of the siding were affected. The original materials used in the construction of her home are no longer available. When Ms. Thompson files a claim, the insurance company offers to repair her home using modern materials that do not match the undamaged portions of the house. Ms. Thompson is dissatisfied and requests that her entire roof and siding be replaced so the materials will match. What is the most likely outcome based on Michigan's insurance regulations regarding claims settlement? A. The insurance company must replace the entire roof and siding, ensuring all materials match exactly as before. B. The insurance company is only required to repair the damaged portions using functionally equivalent materials, not necessarily matching the undamaged portions. C. The insurance company must pay for the full replacement, but Ms. Thompson is responsible for any additional costs related to matching the materials. D. The insurance company is required to replace the roof and siding only if Ms. Thompson can prove that her home's value will be significantly reduced without matching materials. Answer B. Explanation. Under Michigan's homeowners insurance regulations, the insurer is generally responsible for repairing or replacing damaged property with functionally equivalent materials. They are not necessarily obligated to match undamaged portions. However, if a matching or uniformity clause is included in the policy, this might change the outcome. In Ms. Thompson's case, unless her policy specifies that matching materials are required, the insurer is only obligated to use materials of similar quality and function even if they don't visually match the undamaged sections. Question 3. Flood insurance requirements in Michigan. Which of the following is true about the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP) and its impact on Michigan homeowners? A. All Michigan homeowners are required to purchase flood insurance if they are within a high-risk flood zone, Zone A, under the NFIP. B. Michigan residents who live in low-risk areas are automatically covered for flood damage under their standard homeowners insurance policy. C. Flood insurance purchased through the NFIP typically requires a 30-day waiting period before coverage becomes active except for policies purchased during loan closings. D. Homeowners who purchase NFIP flood insurance can opt for immediate coverage with no waiting period if they pay a higher premium. Answer C. Explanation. The NFIP requires a standard 30-day waiting period before flood insurance coverage becomes active, with exceptions made for new policies purchased in connection with loan closings. This is to prevent last-minute purchasing in response to imminent flooding. Homeowners insurance policies do not typically cover flood damage, so homeowners in both high-risk and low-risk zones must purchase separate flood insurance if needed. Options and B are incorrect. There is no option to pay a higher premium to waive the waiting period. Option D. Question 4. HOTHRI special form coverage. In a HOTHRI special form homeowners policy, which of the following perils would not be covered under coverage with dwelling? A. Fire damage caused by a faulty electrical system in the home. B. Water damage resulting from a pipe burst due to freezing temperatures. C. Damage caused by earth movement during a minor earthquake. D. Windstorm damage causing roof shingles to be torn off. Answer C. Explanation. An HOTHRI policy provides open peril coverage for the dwelling, meaning all perils are covered unless specifically excluded. Earthquakes are a common exclusion in most homeowners policies, including the HOTHRI form, and require separate earthquake endorsement for coverage. Fire, windstorm, and burst pipes from freezing, assuming proper precautions were taken to prevent the freezing, are typically covered perils under a HO3 policy. Question 5. Personal property coverage. Special limits under coverage C. Personal property of a Michigan homeowners insurance policy. What is the most accurate statement regarding coverage limits for certain valuable items such as jewelry or firearms? They all personal property is covered up to the full policy limit with no sublimits. B. Valuable items like jewelry and firearms are subject to special sublimits, but these sublimits do not apply in the case of theft. C. Special sublimits apply to certain items like jewelry and firearms, especially in cases of theft, unless additional coverage is purchased through a scheduled personal property endorsement. D. Personal property is only covered for actual cash value (SCV) regardless of whether the item was insured with a higher replacement cost limit. Answer. See explanation. In standard homeowners insurance policies, there are special sublimits for certain types of valuable personal properties such as jewelry, firearms, and silverware, particularly in cases of theft. To increase coverage for these items, a homeowner can purchase a scheduled personal property endorsement. Actual cash value (SCV) or replacement cost coverage may be selected, but sublimits on specific items apply regardless of the valuation method unless endorsements are in place. Question 6. Michigan Fair Access to Insurance Requirements FAIR Plan. The Michigan FAIR plan is designed to provide insurance for which of the following scenarios? A homeowner living in a high-risk flood zone who cannot obtain flood insurance through the NFIP. B. A homeowner in a neighborhood with high crime rates who has been denied homeowners insurance by multiple carriers. C. A homeowner who wants low premiums by avoiding private insurance providers. D. A homeowner who was recently convicted of insurance fraud and is now required to obtain insurance through the state. Answer. B. Explanation. The Michigan FAIR Fair Access to Insurance Requirements plan provides a means for individuals to obtain property insurance when they are unable to secure coverage in the standard market due to high-risk factors, such as living in a high-crime area or having property located in an area that insurers may deem undesirable. It is not a low-cost option, option C, nor does it cover flood insurance, option A, which is handled through the NFIP. Additionally, the FAIR plan is not available for individuals involved in insurance fraud, option D. Question 7. Liability coverage. Guest injuries. If a guest is injured while visiting the insured's property, under which section of a Michigan homeowners insurance policy would the medical payments be covered regardless of fault? A. Coverage A. Dwelling. B. Coverage C. Personal property, C. Coverage E. Personal liability, D. Coverage F. Medical payments to others. Answer. D. Explanation. Coverage F. Medical payments to others pays for the medical expenses of individuals injured on the insured's property, regardless of who is at fault. This coverage is designed to pay small medical claims quickly without requiring the injured party to sue. It does not cover the insured or family members who live at the residence. Covered under health insurance. Coverage E. Personal liability is for legal defense and liability in the event of a lawsuit, not for immediate medical payments. Question 8. Ordinance or law endorsement. Which of the following situations would most likely require the addition of an ordinance or law endorsement to a Michigan homeowners insurance policy? A. The insured's home is damaged in a fire and the local building codes require that the home be rebuilt with more modern, fire-resistant materials. B. The insured's home is located in a flood-prone area and the city mandates that all homes be elevated above flood level. C. The insured wants additional coverage for the liability risk of owning a home-based business. D. The insured is concerned about identity theft and wants coverage for costs related to restoring their credit. Answer. A. Explanation. An ordinance or law endorsement provides coverage for the increased costs associated with rebuilding or repairing a home to meet current building codes after covered loss. Without this endorsement, homeowners insurance only covers repairs up to the cost of restoring the home to its pre-loss condition, which may not comply with updated codes. Elevating a home in a flood zone, option B, would typically fall under flood insurance. Options C and D refer to different types of endorsements unrelated to building codes. Question 9. Actual cash value (CV) versus replacement cost value (CV). Which of the following best describes the difference between actual cash value (CV) and replacement cost value (RCV) in the context of a Michigan homeowners insurance claim? A. ACV reimburses the insured for the full replacement cost of the damaged property, while RCV subtracts depreciation from the settlement. B. RCV reimburses the insured for the cost to replace the damaged property with new materials of like kind, while CV factors in depreciation of the item based on age and condition. CACV and RCV are interchangeable terms in Michigan insurance claims depending on the insurer's policy wording. D. RCV pays out an initial depreciated amount and the full settlement is only received after repairs are completed. Answer B. Explanation. Replacement cost value (RCV) pays for the cost to replace damaged property with new materials of similar kind and quality without deducting for depreciation. Actual cash value (RCV), on the other hand, factors in depreciation based on the age and condition of the item, resulting in a lower payout. This distinction is important for policyholders to understand when choosing between ACV and RCV coverage. Question 10. Claims process. Subrogation. In the event of a claim where the insurer pays out for damages but another party is responsible for the loss, what rights does the insurer have under the principle of subrogation? The insurer can seek reimbursement from the at-fault party to recover the amount paid to the insured. B. The insurer has no right to pursue the at-fault party once the claim is settled. C. The insurer can pursue the insured for the total claim amount to avoid paying out losses. D. The insured is responsible for filing a lawsuit against the at-fault party to recover damages. Answer A. Explanation. Subrogation allows the insurer to step into the shoes of the insured after settling a claim, giving the insurer the right to seek reimbursement from the party responsible for causing the loss. This helps prevent the insured from collecting twice for the same loss and helps the insurer recover costs. Option B is incorrect, as subrogation rights are a standard part of the claims process. Option C is incorrect because the insurer cannot pursue the insured once they've paid the claim. Question 11. Loss settlement for personal property. Under Michigan homeowners insurance policy, which loss settlement method typically applies to personal property when no endorsements are added? A. Agreed value. B. Guaranteed replacement cost. C. Actual cash value. D. Functional replacement cost. Answer C. Explanation. By default, personal property in most standard homeowners insurance policies is covered under actual cash value (ACV), which factors in depreciation based on the item's age and condition. Policyholders can add endorsements for replacement cost coverage, but unless these endorsements are in place, ACV is the standard. Question 12. Scheduled personal property endorsement. A Michigan homeowner has a $10,000 diamond engagement ring. To ensure full coverage, which of the following actions should the homeowner take? A. Increase the overall policy limit on coverage. C. Personal property. B. Add a scheduled personal property endorsement to specifically insure the ring. C. Purchase a separate flood insurance policy to cover the ring. D. No action is necessary as the ring is automatically covered under the personal property section of the homeowner's insurance policy. Answer B. Explanation. Standard homeowners insurance policies place sublimits on certain valuable items, such as jewelry, especially for theft-related claims. To ensure full coverage for the ring, the homeowner should add a scheduled personal property endorsement which provides coverage for specific items beyond the policy's general limits. Increasing the overall policy limit, option A, would not ensure full coverage for valuable items like jewelry. Question 13. Michigan windstorm coverage. In which scenario would windstorm damage not be covered under a standard Michigan homeowners insurance policy? A. High winds caused shingles to be torn off the roof. B. A windstorm blows a large tree onto the insured's car parked in the driveway. C. Winds from a severe thunderstorm cause damage to the insured's outdoor shed. D. A windstorm topples a tree, which lands on the insured's home, damaging the roof. Answer B. Explanation. Damage to a vehicle from a windstorm would be covered under the auto insurance policy's comprehensive coverage, not the homeowner's insurance policy. Windstorm damage to structures, including sheds and the home itself, is typically covered under a standard homeowner's policy. Question 14. Michigan mine subsidence coverage. What type of damage would be covered under Michigan mine subsidence insurance endorsement? A. Structural damage to a home caused by a sinkhole. B. Water damage resulting from a flood. C. Structural damage caused by the collapse of an underground mine. D. Damage from landslides or mudslides. Answer C. Explanation. Michigan mine subsidence coverage provides protection for structural damage caused by the collapse of underground mines, which can create ground shifts and cause significant damage to homes built in mining areas. Sinkholes, option A, and landslides, mudslides, option D, typically require separate coverage, such as endorsements or a specific type of insurance. Question 15. Coverage. Dwelling. Which of the following would be covered under coverage? A. Dwelling of a Michigan homeowner's insurance policy. A. The insured's detached garage. B. The insured's personal belongings inside the home. C. The insured's house, including attached structures such as a deck. D. Damage to the insured's driveway caused by tree roots. Answer C. Explanation. Coverage. A. Dwelling provides coverage for the physical structure of the home itself as well as any attached structures such as decks or porches. Personal belongings, option B, fall under coverage C. Personal property and a detached garage, option A, would be covered under coverage B. Other structures, driveway damage from tree roots, option D, is typically excluded from coverage. Question 16. Michigan Guaranteed Replacement Cost Endorsement. Which of the following best describes the purpose of a guaranteed replacement cost endorsement on a Michigan homeowner's insurance policy? A. It provides coverage for the home's replacement cost without deducting depreciation. B. It guarantees that the home will be rebuilt to pre-loss condition regardless of policy limits. C. It ensures that the insurer pays the actual cash value of the home at the time of loss. D. It guarantees that any lost person or property will be replaced with brand new items. Answer B. Explanation. A guaranteed replacement cost endorsement ensures that the insurer will pay to rebuild the home to its original condition even if the cost exceeds the policy's stated dwelling limit. This endorsement provides additional peace of mind, as rebuilding costs may rise unexpectedly after a major disaster. Option A describes replacement cost coverage but not guaranteed replacement cost. Question 17. Water backup endorsement. What type of loss would typically be covered by adding a water backup endorsement to a Michigan homeowner's insurance policy? A. Floodwaters entering the home through a window during a storm. B. Damage caused by sewage backing up through a drain or some pump. C. Damage to the roof caused by rain. D. Water damage from a leaking pipe inside the home. Answer B. Explanation. A water backup endorsement covers damage caused by the backup of water or sewage into the home through drains or some pumps. Standard homeowners insurance policies usually exclude this type of loss, so adding this endorsement ensures coverage for these specific incidents. Flooding, option A, requires a separate flood insurance policy. Question 18. Inflation Guard endorsement. Which of the following statements accurately describes the purpose of an inflation guard endorsement on a Michigan homeowner's insurance policy? A. It ensures that the policyholder receives coverage for increased cost of living after claim. B. It adjusts the dwelling coverage limit annually to keep pace with rising construction costs due to inflation. C. It increases the coverage limits on personal property in the event of a significant loss. D. It guarantees that replacement cost coverage is paid out without considering depreciation. Answer B. Explanation. An inflation guard endorsement automatically adjusts the dwelling coverage limits each year to keep pace with inflation and rising construction costs. This helps policyholders maintain adequate coverage even as the cost to rebuild their home increases. Options A and C are unrelated to the inflation guard endorsement, and D describes replacement cost coverage, not inflation guard. Question 19. Ordinance or law exclusion. Without an ordinance or law endorsement, how would a Michigan homeowner's insurance policy typically handle additional costs associated with complying with updated building codes after a covered loss? A. The policy would cover the additional costs in full as long as the policy limits have not been reached. B. The policy would only cover the pre-loss condition and exclude any additional costs related to updated building codes. C. The policy would pay half of the additional costs, with the insured responsible for the rest. D. The policy would require the insured to cover any additional costs upfront but would reimburse them later. Answer B. Explanation. A standard homeowner's insurance policy typically excludes the additional costs associated with complying with updated building codes unless an ordinance or law endorsement is added. This endorsement provides coverage for these additional expenses, ensuring that the home can be rebuilt to meet current codes after a loss. Question 20. Loss of use coverage. Which of the following scenarios would be covered under loss of use coverage in a Michigan homeowner's insurance policy? A. A homeowner needs to stay in a hotel while their home is being repaired due to a covered fire loss. B. A homeowner decides to remodel their kitchen and temporarily rents an apartment. C. A homeowner needs to repair their detached garage after it was damaged by a fallen tree. D. A homeowner's personal belongings are stolen from their vehicle while on vacation. Answer A. Explanation. Loss of use coverage Coverage D provides financial assistance for additional living expenses if the insured's home becomes uninhabitable due to a covered loss, such as a fire, and the insured needs to temporarily live elsewhere. This coverage helps with hotel bills, meals, and other living expenses during repairs. Option B is a voluntary remodel, which is not covered under loss of use. Question 21. Coverage B. Other structures. Which of the following would be covered under Coverage B? Other structures of a Michigan homeowner's insurance policy. A boat dock connected to the homeowner's property. B. A detached garage on the homeowner's lot. C. The homeowner's personal belongings stored in the basement. D. A fence located on a neighbor's property but adjacent to the insured's yard. Answer B. Explanation. Coverage B. Other structures covers structures on the insured's property that are not attached to the dwelling, such as a detached garage, shed, or fence. Personal belongings, option C, are covered under Coverage C. Personal property and structures on neighboring properties, option D, would not be covered. Boat docks, option A, typically require separate or additional coverage. Question 22. Legal liability for tenants. A Michigan tenant causes a fire in their rented apartment that spreads and damages the building. Which of the following statements is true regarding the tenant's liability under standard homeowners insurance policy? A. The tenant's liability coverage will automatically cover the damages to the building caused by the fire. B. The tenant's landlord's insurance policy will cover the damages, while the tenant's personal liability insurance may cover damage to personal property. C. The tenant is not responsible for any damages as they are covered under the landlord's insurance policy. D. The tenant's insurance will cover both the building damage and personal property damage without additional coverage. Answer B. Explanation. Typically, the tenant's liability insurance would cover damages to their own personal property and potentially other tenants' property, but not the building structure itself. The landlord's insurance policy is responsible for covering damage to the building. Tenants are encouraged to carry renters' insurance to cover their personal property and potential liability claims. Question 23. Michigan FAIR plan coverage. Under the Michigan Fair Access to Insurance Requirements FAIR plan, which of the following risks is specifically addressed? A. Flood damage to properties in high-risk flood zones. B. Loss of use coverage for temporary relocation expenses. C. Homeowners unable to obtain insurance through the standard market due to high risk. D. Damage to properties from earthquakes. Answer C. Explanation. The Michigan FAIR plan provides insurance coverage to homeowners who are unable to secure coverage through the standard insurance market due to high risk. This plan helps ensure that all property owners have access to necessary insurance, particularly those in high-risk areas. Flood damage, option A, and earthquake damage, option D, require separate coverage, and loss of use, option B, is not specific to the FAIR plan. Question 24. Coverage E. Personal liability. Which of the following scenarios would be covered under Coverage E? Personal liability of a Michigan homeowner's insurance policy. A guest slips and falls on a wet floor inside the insured's home and sues for medical expenses. B. The insured's pet dog damages a neighbor's car parked on the street. C. Damage caused by a power surge affecting the insured's home appliances. D. Losses due to a home business operation on the insured's property. Answer A. Explanation. Coverage E. Personal liability protects against lawsuits for bodily injury or property damage caused by the insured's negligence. A slip and fall injury inside the home would be covered under this liability protection. Damage caused by pets, option B, may require additional endorsements, and business-related losses, option D, typically require separate coverage. Power surge damage, option C, falls under property damage rather than liability. Question 25. Replacement cost versus actual cash value. If a Michigan homeowner's policy provides replacement cost coverage for the dwelling but actual cash value for personal property, how would a claim be settled for a damaged sofa? A. The insurer will pay the full replacement cost of the sofa without any depreciation. B. The insurer will pay the replacement cost of the sofa but only up to the depreciated value. C. The insurer will pay the actual cash value of the sofa, accounting for depreciation. D. The insurer will reimburse the homeowner for the cost of repairs to the sofa. Answer C. Explanation. In this scenario, the homeowner's insurance policy provides replacement cost for the dwelling, meaning the home is repaired or replaced without depreciation. However, for personal property like the sofa, which is covered under actual cash value, a CV, the insurer will pay the amount it costs to replace the sofa minus depreciation. Question 26. Underwriting and risk assessment. Which of the following factors is commonly considered during the underwriting process for a Michigan homeowners insurance policy? A. The insured's credit score. B. The insured's educational background. C. The insured's family health history. D. The insured's income level. Answer A. Explanation. During underwriting, insurers assess various risk factors, including the insured's credit score, which can influence the likelihood of claims and overall risk profile. Factors like educational background, option B, family health history, option C, and income level, option D, are not typically considered in underwriting homeowners insurance. Question 27. Michigan Property and Casualty Guarantee Association Act. What is the primary purpose of the Michigan Property and Casualty Guarantee Association Act? A. To provide insurance coverage for properties damaged by earthquakes. B. To ensure that policyholders receive compensation if their insurer becomes insolvent. C. To regulate insurance premiums for high-risk properties. D. To manage claims related to natural disasters in Michigan. Answer B. Explanation. The Michigan Property and Casualty Guarantee Association Act provides a safety net for policyholders in the event their insurance company becomes insolvent. It ensures that claims will be paid even if the insurer cannot fulfill its obligations, thus protecting policyholders from financial loss due to insurer insolvency. Options A and D are not covered by this act, and C involves premium regulation, not insolvency protection. Question 28. Endorsements and optional coverages. Which endorsement would provide coverage for damage to personal property caused by water backing up from a sewer or drain? A. Earthquake coverage endorsement. B. Scheduled personal property endorsement. C. Water backup of sewer endorsement. D. Home business endorsement. Answer C. Explanation. The water backup of sewer endorsement covers damages resulting from water backing up into the home from sewers or drains. This type of coverage is necessary as standard homeowners policies often exclude such losses. The other endorsements listed A, B, and D do not cover water backup. Question 29. Legal concepts in liability coverage. Which legal concept underlies the determination of liability in a Michigan homeowners insurance claim involving a slip and fall accident? A. Attractive nuisance doctrine. B. Comparative negligence. C. Strict liability. D. Vicarious liability. Answer B. Explanation. Comparative negligence is the legal principle used to determine liability in cases where multiple parties may be at fault. In a slip and fall accident, this concept assesses the degree of fault of each party involved, including the property owner. Attractive nuisance, option A, relates to child safety. Strict liability, option C, pertains to inherently dangerous activities. And vicarious liability, option D, involves holding one party responsible for the actions of another. Question 30. Impact of home renovations on premiums. How might a major kitchen renovation impact a homeowner's insurance premium in Michigan? A. It is likely to decrease the premium due to increased home value. B. It will not affect the premium as insurance does not consider renovations. C. It could increase the premium due to the increased value and potential risk of damage. D. The premium would only be adjusted if the renovation caused an increase in liability risks. Answer C. Explanation. Major renovations, such as a kitchen remodel, often increase the home's value, which may lead to a higher insurance premium due to the increased replacement cost. Additionally, renovations can alter the risk profile of the property, potentially increasing the premium. Insurance companies adjust premiums based on the updated value and associated risks. Option B is incorrect as renovations do impact insurance assessments.